Anthony. Hey, gang. Good evening. Anthony Fontana here. I am actually live on two different platforms right now, so I'm testing out a little something here with between an iPad and a phone. But live after 5 right now. Here it is Saturday evening. I hope everyone is doing very well. If 120 years ago, if you would have told somebody that you would be able to get into a metal tube which would move at 10 miles a minute and it would take you from New York to Mexico in around 3.5 hours, and in that metal tube you'd be able to have a hot meal, you'd be able to watch a movie on a screen, which of course did not exist at that time, and you'd be able to do that, and while you're doing that, surf what would be called the internet, which of course didn't exist at that time. Someone would have looked at you and said you were crazy. What do you mean you can communicate with people while you're traveling at 600 miles an hour, 7 miles above the earth, and communicate with people in real time all over the world? Oh, impossible. You'd be labeled a lunatic. And yet today, what's going on, brother? And today you would be able to you take advantage of that. You take it for granted that we can fly in a jet airplane. We just got back from Cancun a couple of weeks ago and we did exactly that. Get on there, it's a routine. I've flown all over the world routinely, no big deal. You can get in a car and drive to Florida in 24 hours. Again, something that would have taken months to do, you can do actually really quickly right now. So I want you to get your mind around this concept of dreaming. See, when we were kids dream. I mean, you dreamed you wanted to be an astronaut if you were me. You wanted to be a soldier. You wanted to be a nurse if you were into that. You wanted to be a doctor. You dreamed about being an accountant. I don't know too many people that dreamed that when I was a kid, but people dreamed about being an accountant. People dreamed about being a big business owner. People dreamed about being wealthy. People created things in their minds when we were kids that seemed extraordinary, out of place, unusual, crazy. But we dreamed them and we laughed and we played and we had a great time. What's the difference between us today and us when we were children? What happened? We stopped dreaming. And the reason we stopped dreaming is we started adulting. We started thinking that, gee, I got to take care of my family. I have to work 9 to 5. I have to wake up in the morning, have breakfast, have a cup of coffee, get in the car, get in the train, get in something else, and get to an office where I can sit in a cubicle and answer a Square device on the desk while I'm watching a Square device, while I'm working on a Square device, only to get in a Square device, to go right back downstairs and get in another Square device to get home to your Square. And sit at a table, have something to eat, watch the news, go to sleep, wake up the next day and do the same thing 40 years. You start getting into a routine which really basically takes your dream away. I find that upsetting. I really truly do, because it's not necessary. You have the same ability to dream as you had when you were a child. The only difference is you have to stop adulting. We basically credit other people with all the great ideas. We think, well, that was a great idea that he had. I couldn't ever have that idea. Or if I did have that idea, it wouldn't work out for me. You stop before you start. I think that's very, very sad. There's no difference between the Wright brothers, who invented the actual plane that did fly. Other people had the idea, but they invented the actual plane that flew, and you or me. The difference is the ability to dream, the ability to pull things literally that did not exist and make them a reality, like the first chair or this glass. Who drank the first glass of wine? I don't know. You got to be thinking of a bunch of fermented crap in a barrel that was, going rancid, and he drank it and had a good time after that. Party started. So that's just the way life is. A situation develops in front of you that needs a problem to be solved, and some of you have no idea how to solve that issue, but you have this. It's this that can create the solution to the problem. And that solution may be a unique idea, a unique solution that no one else thought of before. And you can market that and turn that into a business opportunity for yourself. Your ability to dream is a given. It's part of your makeup. It's part of who you are. And I think it's so important that you understand that you're no different from someone else. You're no different from the inventors of the day. You're no different from Bill Gates or a Jeff Bezos or a Mark Zuckerberg. The difference is developing a commitment and creating a work habit and a work ethic that you can put that time into the idea and make it work. And by dreaming it, you'll attract people to yourself that'll help you with that dream. You see, it's all part of this universal world, this universe that we live in. There's a fabric that we live within. that literally will give to you everything that you want. You just have to decide, first of all, what you want, and then you have to decide that you can have what you want. You see, you're the one that's creating the movie in your own mind. You're creating the vision. You create it. You go to bed at night with all the problems of the world on your shoulders. Guess what you're marinating in the entire night that you're trying to sleep or are asleep? You're marinating in all the crap that went on during your day. You're putting all that negativity in your unconscious mind where it's just going to ferment. And it's going to cement itself in your operating system. We've talked about operating systems many, many times. And I think operating systems are critical to our functioning, but we're allowed to change the programming. And having the ability to dream and think about some new ideas, better ideas, more fun ideas than the one that you're thinking about right now, I think that's what makes us different from the average animal out there. No other animal has the ability to dream. They function based on instincts for the most part. Well, you don't function on instinct. Your programming drives you instinctively, but those habits need to be crushed and pushed to the side. You need to get better habits and better thoughts. I think it's incredibly important. Imagine having a future where, you're not fighting to have, to make your ends meet, where the month is ending, the month ends, after the money runs out, or where you're able to wake up and decide how your day is going to go. How about you wake up when you're no longer tired, when you no longer need to sleep? You just physically get out of bed and you can create your own day, create your own world, right? Stop living your boss's dream or the owner of the company's dream or your parents' dream or your one of your relatives or your grandmother's dream. Live your dream. You have the ability to do that. And, dream up a future where you can fly at 35,000 feet at 10 miles a minute into another country and go on a vacation and get back in another tube and fly back and be back to work before the sun comes up. It's amazing that we can do these things today. So, hi Vero, how are you? What's going on? I can't see the phone that well over here. Hi Philip, what's going on, buddy? Tommy, my man. Well, you know what? We have a business in Florida, my man. Tommy, we need to talk about that. Hey Paul, how are you? Like that shirt? You know what's interesting? It's backwards, right? Actually, it's not. It says I'm thinking. But when I was looking at this glass of wine, I noticed that you can read the word Pindar. Pindar is a winery here on Long Island. But I'm looking at the word Pindar here. It's actually an optical illusion. You're looking at it through the glass where it's reversed. That's what it looks like in real life, right? It's so interesting. It's an optical illusion where it looks like you're looking at, it's printed on the front. It's not. That's the back of the glass. This is where it's printed. I just think that's kind of fun the way these things work. I can flip the screen a little bit, but I don't know if it's going to be something that I need to do right now. Look, I've had ups, I've had downs, I've had ups, I've had downs. I'm like a yo-yo. My entire life has been like this. Whoa, whoa, whoa. But when it was down here, I never thought about here. I'm down here. I'm staying here. I've never stayed here, ever. And I never want you to think that you need to be down here when you can be up here. The thought is here. The dream is here. It's real. And if you want to see some people dreaming, go watch some kids playing. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of kids playing outside anymore. When I was a kid, that's how we played. I climbed on the monkey bars. I rode my bike with no hands and my eyes closed. I've done that. I've unfortunately surfed buses where I grabbed onto the back of a bus and had the bus drag me all the way home on a bike, holding on for dear life, 10, 12 miles. I was in a rush. I've done crazy stuff like that and I survived. But today, a kid can't walk outside without the mother screaming, "Where are you? Get back in here." It's crazy. So let your kids dream, because if you watch them dreaming, if you watch them playing, you're going to be able to see a new world for yourself as an adult. Tommy in Florida, you got those two beautiful daughters of yours. I can't imagine how fun it must be to watch them playing, watch them experimenting with life, learning new things. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to do that. So keep doing that. Well, anyway, I love you guys. It is Saturday night. I'm going to go grab the lady MJ and we're going to go maybe catch a flick on TV and see what she's up to right now. And I'm hoping that everyone's going to have a great Saturday. Tomorrow is Sunday, the first day of the rest of the week, first day of the rest of your life. Make the next 12 months exciting. Let's rock and roll. We love you guys. Have a great night. Hey, Ricardo, I got to give you a call. Hey, Kevin, what's going on? Speak to you guys later. Hi, Gabriella. See you in a little bit, guys. Hey, please hit the emoji thing so I know you're here, because I tend to forget to ask you to do that. I appreciate that. It helps me out. It also gives me an idea of who's in the room. Unless you're not commenting. If you're commenting, I don't need you to do that. I'm commenting back at you. But we love you guys. Have a great night.